Hi, Leo. How are you? We're going to be doing mid November's energy for you. It's a tarot reading that's going to look at your energy, who you're dealing with, some of my one of a kind cards that I did with ruins, and to see what sign you might be dealing with as well. Some lessons, if they had something to say to you or you had something to say to them. It's another deck I did. So we're going to look at a smaller aspect too and some advice from the universe. I want to take the time to thank you, for all you do for my channel, for your views. I really appreciate you all. All right, so let's get started. This is for our lovely Leos for the middle of November, please. Wow, you're ready to talk, huh, Leo? Listen, there's peace. I like that. So, you're coming in with a good energy. So let's see, Leos. Leos for the middle of November. What's the energy that they're dealing with prominently? You're dealing with a lot. You're dealing with children. You're dealing with yourself. You're finding that strength is coming out. You really are coming out. I really almost want to cut the energy so that I can get the one card. Okay, so for Leos, please, their spirit guides work with mine. One card, thank you. All right, so you're in thought process of peace. You're really thinking about something, you're deep in thought. You're looking at past issues. Let's see what your other person that you're dealing with is doing. If you're in deep thought, what is the other person that Leo is dealing with? What is the other person? Okay. Well, they have a good intention. Their intention is upright. So if you were questioning that, you were thinking about what intention they had, they're using it upright. They want to release some negative. I want to say that. Let's see what you're thinking about. This is for our lovely Leos. What's their thought, please? What's Leo's thought here for? Okay. Well, yes, you want some freedom. You want to feel, there's love there, but you want to just avoid it. There's a sense, there's a mom energy, there's an older energy, that you love very deeply. Could be from the other side that you think about. There's a gentleness with it as well. There's gratitude here, something that you're grateful for, maybe a mother energy. Okay, this could be an older energy. Let's see what their intention is for you. What's the intention towards Leo? Okay, I got two. They're trying to make a choice to keep the faith. This person's been through a lot of lessons. That crow energy, they're very spiritual. The hyphen energy is here. Their intention is to really change for a benefit, I think. I think they really evolved, this person. They're older, they're a little wiser there. Let's see what your freedom is thinking. Why, wow, you want to drop a lot. You want to change a lot. I feel that. You're thinking of a positive change. You almost feel like you're stuck with something. You want a freedom. You want to release from something. Could be going through the shallows, but you're finding growth. I want to tell you that. Yeah, there's something that you regret, or there's something that you think about often that you're not happy with. There's a disappointment here. Can I please have one on that freedom for our lovely Leos? All right, we'll take that one. Underneath the deck, you have a reflection. So you're thinking a lot about this person, but look at both people are looking down here. I want you to think of that, Leo. Try to, not do that to yourself. Free yourself from negative thoughts. I'm going to let you know that. Yeah, trust what you think you should do. Trust in your freedom to make a decision. Again, peace. So that's, what you're thinking. You're trusting a situation that you're doing. You're trusting a movement. You're trusting yourself to handle something. Their intention is to let you go through a lesson, let you make a choice. Okay, so it's a nice compassionate way to work with each other. What's the energy between these two people, please, for November? Well, they gave me three. I'm going to look at it. It's definitely patience, looking at something differently, a different approach between each other to finally get to the bottom of an intention. Maybe what was thought about for a long time, double time, has come to a peace. There's a sense of freedom. There's a sense of faith that things will turn around. One person is very highly intuitive. They make their choices off that. They look at the perceptions over and over again. They're trying to think of it in all angles, whoever you're dealing with. You're showing this person patience, I want to say that, but there's an innocence, that's upside down here. There's an innocence that's upside down. Could be, losing faith, from time to time. It could be really dealing with children. Why is the innocence on the board? Well, it's ancestors. There's a pure innocence here. There's an ancestors, and there's been a big change in that. All right. And people are getting hurt because the innocence is, they want to fix this is coming from a higher power. I want to say that there's a lot of toxic right there. There's some kind of abundant to it, but there's something that you regret with an ancestor. And you think about it. You're thinking about a change with that. You're thinking of a more peaceful resolution. Harmony was the next card to come out. And there's also compassion between both of you. Again, this is what I'm feeling. I really like your energies because this really went, you both had to look at whoever you're dealing with. You really had to look at this. If it was a family issue because the ancestors came out, something has to change, okay? Let's see what this changes for you, Leo. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Here's that wounded child, right? This child in this deck, this came upside down, right? The innocence there. That innocence card you got right here with the ancestors. It come upside down. Here we go. This is reflecting the same kind of card. This is a childhood that's been hard. This is a child, that really beats themselves up. That holds a lot of perception, maybe from somebody else, but it's a negative perception. It beats that inner child up to lose faith, to lose hope. We all go through it, but there's a change that has to happen because you recognize this within yourself, or somebody else could be a child as well. You're thinking of a change to a more peaceful resolution for a child or for yourself. Yeah, there has to be a rainbow energy. This could be changing DNA. For yourself, your sacral, your roots, could be worked on so that way your inner child knows it's being beat up, or there's a situation with a child that's very hard to go with. Both of you want harmony with it. So the good energies, this was from the Pisces era. This could have been a past relationship, but there's a better journey coming forward with you. There's something that you're changing. And I think you're both trying to work on it. What's this innocence upside down? Can I have one more for the innocence upside down? Look, it's going to be put to an end. There's new cycles that were hard to go through, that maybe that inner child was really the inner warrior in you, or in a child was being not, it wasn't beneficial. So there's been a change to a better there. There's been a completion. I love that. Let's see with who you might be dealing with. They said, hold up, let's look at the lesson, why this was stopped, or why this spiral come to an end, or why the change. So the lesson, please, for Leo. The lesson, please, for Leo. Well, it could have been with a Scorpio. That's lessons in itself. It could have been emotional lessons. It could have been dealt with love. The cups are love. What's been stagnant. Going through that lesson of Scorpio, especially in this time, coming into this in the month of November, you're holding that energy. You're trying to get your emotions in check. You're trying to think about it emotionally, or make a head over heart decision, or a heart over head, because something doesn't feel right. You want harmony, you want peace, so you're looking at the situation. Yeah, you're finding strength within yourself. Look at that. You also recognize, maybe some of it was egotistical run. It was some maybe power trips between two people. There was a lot of lessons here that were taught, a lot of emotions between two of you, a lot of ego were running that. There's yourself. It was just disruption that wasn't moving. Okay. With that strength, what did they gain in this lesson, please? With the strength, what did they gain? Well, there's a harvest coming up. You know, maybe what wasn't flowing, you're going to decide to flow. You're going to empty some cups. You're moving. Maybe if you thought about walking away from somebody, you know, you felt maybe it wasn't a whole movement that you didn't think of things in a whole. There's things around you that was stopping a flow, but you had to look at what those things around you were. Was it having to do with something with ancestors? Was there something that had to be complete with an innocence that was upside down? Was there a harvest for something other than yourself, thus putting that this lesson of strength to let someone love, because that was the first card you got. It's coming from a young adult into an older person, right? A more responsible person, understanding that there's an equal love amongst other people, amongst other ancestors. It's not a controlling, it's a releasing of a freedom to say it's okay. It's a compassionate motion too, as well, because you had this between them. Let's see what your person, you know, what their intention is, what their lesson was. Of course, they got the hyphen, and so they learned a lot of patience with this. They learned how to harmonize maybe their emotions. You know, maybe they block their heart. They put a complete, maybe you seen something in both parties of an innocence, you know, or to one or more that were being affected by this. So you thought about something. You released to change something. I like it. You released ego here. You released an ego and you're letting love come in. I want to say that. This is for the other person. Yeah, they got very defensive. You know, maybe they had to work on patience themselves. Maybe they got impatient. Maybe they're overprotective. They had to balance something out that they, you know, that's come to a completion. They had to look at their defensive ways. You know, they're moving forward. You know, they feel hurt with something. There was some strong ego that wasn't moving, you know, with either person. You got to say that because look at the way, you know, now you're at harvest and journey, you know, but there's still something that's incomplete that you're thinking about. You see, there's no flow. They're getting defensive, you know, over this ego hold. They don't feel whole without you, Leo. You know, there's a defensive. They protect you. They protect, but you feel it's a block. Hmm. Yeah, they don't want something to end. They care about you, whatever this is. This could be an older person. They protect you. They feel there's an obligation to protect you. Yep. They don't want a separation. Separation's upside down in the middle. They feel strongly with your energy would be welcoming to them. Their intention is definitely defensive, but it's only to put something that's really an unknown energy. And look, you got that ruin. There's nothing on this ruin. There's an unknown. It's between two people. You know, there's a lesson in this. There's something that has to be learned, and you know, not to release control, to release defense, to release an ego, to release being impatient, to not block through the bad where you don't let the good in, or codependency as well. What's this wholeness? Is that going to turn around? You know, you're dealing with energy right now that's been beat up a little bit. Closed case. The opening is up to you. You know, there is a potential for growth. I'm going to put that between this separation. You know, maybe you are in separation. You know, I want to say that. Let's look at the signs that you might be dealing with. Okay. You know, you're wounded over this. I don't think you want the separation as well. I think you, deep down inside, want harvest. You care about this person as well. You want to change. Maybe there's trust issues here because the defensiveness would come down. I like the journey underneath the other person because maybe they would learn to trust something, but they never think something's going to actually complete. And they're worried about it innocent. They're worried about someone younger. Their intention is upright and you're thinking about this. Here, this is you. You know, you don't know what to do with it right now. You're not healing the Aquarius. Maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius. You're dealing with an air sign or a creative matter with an air sign. Okay. A wounded warrior, you know, but definitely an air sign. You're dealing with something with that. You're holding your Aquarius. You kind of don't know what to do. You don't want to heal it right now. You kind of like the block. You think it's a harvest for a separation, but you're also feeling it's not whole. Yeah, you're thinking about it in a daily energy. This is the energies you're holding. I know you're Leo, but you're holding that hermit energy. You're not really finding a way right now. You're just looking at that warrior. You're in thought process. You're looking at how to release this flow, give it a freedom. You know, you're looking at a release of an emotional too. With this could be signs of a Virgo, Aquarius, or a Scorpio. They could have that in their chart. Let's see what sign they are. What sign is Leo dealing with right now? What sign prominently is Leo dealing with right now? For November, please, 2020, what sign? A Libra. So I knew it was air. You could be working with air elements. That would be moving in thought process. That would be helping moving with emotions coming into this 11th month, as well as Scorpio in the harvest season. Right? To think of a daily resistance, to think about what that knowledge is of the Virgo sitting there. But there is a Libra that you're thinking of. You bet may be off balance too. There might be an off balance energy that could be with family, could be with ego, balancing head and heart. You know, there's something that they don't want to happen. There's something they don't want to grab. There's something they don't want to do. They don't want to balance. They don't want something to end. They think you're making something end in their journey. It could be a Leo. Again, saying that they don't want something to end. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to balance or grab a balance with a Leo. They want it to slow down. They want resolution. It's their wish. You might be dealing with an Aries. One more sign of what sign Leo thinks about the most. A Gemini. And there's an unknown with it. There's a Cancer. There's been a movement with these signs. There's been a movement in thought process, in perception. I really like this. You know, I do. Somebody feels lost. I felt this on the bottom of the deck. That's what they promptly had me look at. But let's see if you wanted to say something to them, Leo, what would it be? I wrote some quotes down here. If you wanted to say something to them, well, it hurts that you don't believe in me. You want them to believe in you. You want them to believe in you. You want them to believe in your forward motion. You want them to believe that you're emotionally capable of handling, that you're strong, that you're the strength. You know, that you do have the knowledge, that you're not co-creating what wouldn't be beneficial. It hurts that you think of that they think a certain way of you. And you thought of them as a friend. You know, there is some good feelings towards each other. You know what I mean? There's something that this separation is making you look at to a more positive. Let's see what they would say. Blocking the heart is on the bottom of the deck. Maybe you're both doing that. Let's see. What would this person say to Leo? Okay, easy. I forgive you. So if you feel bad, you know, there's a forgiveness between the both of you. I don't like when this comes out on one side. I feel it's incomplete because right here, the friend and you, this is an equal energy. This is a good frequency between both of you, even through all of it. To have the forgiveness, to be able to do that, to be able to be a friend when times are hard, or to even have a positive outlook in something that might have been hard, you still remain a we factor. There's a wish, you know, maybe somebody's wish, you know, there's a wish there with them. What else would they like to say to Leo? They're nervous. This Gemini is nervous. This Gemini wants forgiveness, you know. This Leo is nervous. This Leo wants forgiveness because strength is up here. The Virgo in a daily routine, to find a creative way to make it work, to lean on each other. You know, they're nervous to do this. There's a nervous trust. One more, please, for what they would like to say. Wow. Wow, that pulled that out. So let's look at it. The we and me came out. They consider you a part of their wholeness. That's why this wholeness and separation doesn't feel right. They are blocking their heart, and they feel blessed with your love. So this person really cares about you, Leo. They love you. You love each other. That's what's between you. Let's look at some smaller aspects. I mean, whether you love it, you know, whether you know this person or not, You wouldn't be in deep thought with it. You wouldn't, this freedom, this separation, you're being pulled back for something. You're questioning a path. Should this be separated? This belongs together as a whole. This could be a family. It's very hard, whoever this person is, whoever's dealing with this cancer, this movement. It's hard. But you're so strong, you have the strength right on top. You're right on mark because you're acting like that Virgo energy, Leo. You're sitting back, especially in this quarantine. You're looking at those unknowns. You're putting a good intention out there, and you're nervous. You could be awakening. A lot of people are in a hole. Let's see what's going on. Why is this not hold this here with Leo, please? Let's see what Leo needs. Leo's dealing with a broken heart, right? From a past. It's the past. It's something that has to be changed, and that's what you're doing. So you're on mark to find what to do with the hurt, right? You felt like there was no equal give and take. You want them to trust you in your movement. You want them to trust you in your decisions. This could be dealing with an innocence, a younger child. They're nervous about something. They're blessed with it. They're blocking it. They're more hurt than they're saying, but they're coming off defensive. Yeah. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You've got Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius on the board right now. You have a lot of earth signs that you're getting helping you work out, maybe getting an equal give and take. Why is the Queen of Pentacles for their side? They're working a lot. Whoever this person is, they're really working on themselves. They're working on a better intuition for a whole. They're working on releasing the blockages of their heart. They admit they're nervous. They want a we or me aspect. They love somebody on a daily. There's been a creative change in that. There's been a friendship. There's been a heavy bond here that hasn't come together. They feel left out. They feel that you walked away. Now they think about that choice with a lot of obstacles. They may be going to get legal advice from it because they're not hearing any messages of love in return. They're not hearing anything that's really standard to a solution between whatever this is. Okay, so they too agree that there's obstacles of not an equal give and take, and that's what makes them nervous. Plus, they don't know that it feels like something's been taken away from them. Let's say this could be you, Leo. Yeah, this is an empress energy, a higher energy, an older energy, a grandmother energy. This person is older, they're wiser. They might be moving. They might just cut something right off. They've got that, they're just cutting this off. They made a choice. They've thought about something long enough. They feel there's no reciprocation. There's just a nervous energy. What's underneath this? Yeah, that unknown. There's that unknown ruin. It's never put to rest. It's always stagnant. There is talk about something coming together, but it's always left out. Leaving them walking away, they looked at their intuition and said, well, this is never going to happen because on your side, there was heart. There was not an equal give and take from a past option. There was something that happened in the past that caused the separation. Well, what is that, please? What is that for Leo, please? What is that for Leo? Come here, okay. Well, you weren't strong with something that you had to go through. It was a lesson. They got the lesson over here, but you had to go through a lesson as well in the past, and it wasn't strong. There was no equal give and take. That's how you felt. Yeah. And nothing is transformed from that point. They had walked away from it. They looked at it. They knew something wasn't happening. So you got the king and queen of pentacles here. Say that this was a soulmate. This was working together. They know what to do. They represent the family, the business. This person, has their intuition upright, can handle business. So wherever you're looking at is older, wiser. You really wanted to transform, but they walked away because they're so hurt. There's an unknown. They don't know if there'll ever be a resolution. They found harmony for themselves. And you feel like they're not co-creating. You love them in a sense, but you're not willing to co-create. They've been working on it for a minute and you resisted. You could be getting help from friends or people telling you to wait, don't work on this, leave them hanging. But this non-movement is getting to you because there's love The truth is there's love between this, and it's a horrible energy to hold. It's not a victory. It's a tower moment that was never ever going to be feel like it was going to be. It was always cut off. Phew, tower, tower, another tower, another tower, another tower. So this person thought about that. They thought about that confusion, and then no movement of this. And they thought about it some more, and they thought it was toxic. So they used that Virgo knowledge that you're going through, and they walked away. They weren't going to put any more work into anything that's chaotic. You're questioning their movement and why they're staying still. You know they worked hard. You know they love something, but they're not letting anything come between a love. They're not letting anybody play with their heart. There's an unknown about this person. They love hard. They believe in lessons. They move forward. They do defend innocence in a strong manner. They're very protective, maybe at times too protective, right? But they put something down, and you're questioning this. You really thought there was something going to go wrong, right with this, but what's on top here is the emotional hurt, and that's not moving for a minute. That's what you're in progress with. But there's coming a freedom of an energy here, a realization of that love, that strength, that Virgo energy, that you had somebody by your side. Maybe you thought they were coming so defensive, but you had to look at what they were really working at and why they justly felt this way. Who was the one that was impatient? Was it you? Was it something that you were holding? Was it something that you had to look at? Was something that you had to control? It could have been a karmic relationship here, but it's complete. It's coming to a completion because there's more of a nurturing. The I love you. You got a friend. One is very nervous. One doesn't is really worried about an unknown when an innocence. And if you're a mom or a grandmother, as the Empress energy come up, they tend to do that. They worry about their young. That's what we all do. Okay. So, but there is a freedom from that because there is a respect that you want, that you can handle something. Take what resonates in this. But patience is needed here. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes. There's somebody away from each other. They could be dealing with an Aries. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. There's no love there. And if they're not going to work on it together, they're planting their seeds somewhere else and you're questioning it. Because there's a third party situation that can be hurt. There's an unknown to this. You would be blocking someone's heart little by little. And that's what would be the unknown. You don't like that. That's no destination for no one. That doesn't heal anything. The star energy would be healing, but this is not healing. It's releasing control, and it's hard to do. I know whatever situation, let's get some advice. Maybe the universe can give you a little advice. There's love here. There's a releasing, the will to release what hurt, what was stuck, to actually grow and have a flow. But there's a friendship here that's not being worked on with the Aquarius upside down. That's not healing. The Aquarius would be healing, moving forward, okay? There's still a separation here. And there's a friendship, there's a strong bond. That's why there's hurt. So I just want to give a change in direction. Let's look at Baron Reed's map quest to see if there's a change to a positive direction. There's a lot of love here, so I'm hoping that there is. It shows around harvest time, so maybe this month that you're going to see. Yeah, there's something that's being learned here. There's something that's going to be aware. The Wizard of Awareness here. You're going to be aware of what you were thinking about, what you wanted to let go. There's going to be a lot of learning for the other person. Okay, maybe protection, overprotecting will come to an end with that dry desert. Just let the dust settle. There's going to be a change in direction once that elephant in the room of that warrior energy, that pent up energy that's not moving, that needs to grow. You're both going to, you didn't expect it to be so, this separation was so hard, but it helped you in a lot of ways to put that warrior energy down, to look at a different perception. It needed to happen. Patience and harmony is coming forth. Maybe there'll be some healing through a lot of people, and that's that magic stream. That's that releasing those blocks. You know, this person, you or yourself, releasing those blocks, letting those healthier energies come in, finally putting that past to rest. You know, I think a lot with that elephant finally going down, you know, of knowing where it helped you, what that rock bottom did for you, where it left you in between, what it made you walk away from, and what intention you started with. And once you healed that, encouragement to come together, to go to that flow that's blocked with you right here, this opening will come through. It's those Scorpio cups that you're holding that you're going to be aware of that were strong, and maybe the way you were leading and why that change right here had happened because it was a friend. There was love here. There was a recognition of somebody being nervous with an unknown. There was a recognition that maybe they were being too protective. They learned that as well. They also learned that they were blessed with your love. So, how beautiful is that? They looked at the inner core before they released. So, they learned something. I love both of your energies. You're both nervous right now going into the unknown, you know, but don't worry, keep moving forward because you're in a really significant healing spot for all people involved. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Epiphanies are coming. They may not be in front of you right now, but that's holding that energy. The 11, I talked about the harvests coming into November. You know, having one foot out, one footing out, so really having that epiphany, that metamorphosis stage is coming forward. That opening, that unknown, what you didn't know just might open up. And it's for a better resolution. Yeah, a magic stream, a way to release that, a way to let those good energies come through, to feel those good energies, not just to weigh on what was defensive, what was unknown, what was just ego, where the friendship was lost, where the misunderstandings were. So there's a good energy here. So they said just keep going with it, keep going forward, try to think of everybody's perception in a whole. Was the hurt so bad? Was the nervousness understood? Is it we? Did we do it together, or was it just you? Or was there was a lot of other people involved in the situation that tore an innocent's heart, either in yourself or somebody else, away? It probably wasn't so devastating. But the fact that there's still love remaining, that's the question you want to look at, because that's a blessing in itself. Blessed with your love. So fight past the nervousness. A lot of signs are doing that. I know Aries went through it. I'm an Aries. So, you know, Leo, hang tight. You know, this fire that was burned through in this 2020, 21, and 21 is coming in, and it's coming in recognizing love, recognizing what's blessed, recognizing a we, not just a me. You can't go wrong. Okay, take care.